Hello, this is a follow-up video on the Valorant Extraction, the updated Valorant Extraction for voicelines. So there's a few people not quite sure on how to extract the voicelines in foreign languages, or even just at all. My last video was more of a this is how I've done it, not very instructional. So today I'm going to go through it step by step, a lot slower, a lot more methodical, at least attempt to, and be a little bit more explanatory and just slow and let you see the process and how it's done. So unfortunately I'd already recorded something like this and extracted all the Brazilian-Portuguese voice lines, so what I'm going to do today is, just for the sake of the video's length, I'm going to essentially extract one character's voice line, and I think it was someone wanted me to do it in another language. Let me check my phone here just to check the comment. But essentially, a thing to be aware, and I should mention this quite clearly, is if you want to extract all the voice lines, it's going to take hours depending on how fast your PC is, how good it is, multi-core performance, really threaded performance is quite key here. Although right enough, I could be wrong, FModel might not make use of multi-core, it might be single core, maybe that's why it's so arduous. Anyway, when you go to extract all these voice lines, it takes hours to extract the necessary files, and then to run, you know, multiple extractions upon the voice line media itself, the raw sound files, and then the JSON which addresses those sound files, gives them names. It took me 5 or 6 hours last time for the Brazilian Portuguese voice lines, which will be down in the description also. So Mr. Edria Gaming wants me to extract the Viper Turkish files. So let's get started here. Now let us open our FModel. Remember, the version of FModel I linked in the description. I'll link it again, just so you know. So let's open that. Okay, so as you can see, my FModel's opening up. There we go. And we will start with making sure our game is on the right version, Valorant Live Magic, and we can go into our packages. Now I'm wanting the Turkish files, so I believe if we scroll down here, if we just find TR, there we go, TR Audio Windows Client, there we go. So once that's loaded up, I will talk you through the process. So we want first the actual sound media for the Turkish files here, and essentially what to do is we want to extract all these, so we are just going to go Control A and extract, and what this is going to do is it's going to extract everything into our folder we've chosen in general extraction. In my case it's D then Valorant Extract, and I'll show you in the case. Yeah, there we go, everything is in here. So once you've extracted all these files, it's going to go into a folder called Sounds, Shooter Game, Content, WwiseAudio, Localised, and then the language you've chosen. Now since I haven't actually gone through and extracted these, because it would take several hours again, we are going to use the Brazilian media as an example. So this took several hours to extract all these WAVs from the corresponding UAsset files. It's actually still loading some of them. And then once you've finished extracting all these sound files, you're going to want to go to Events, VO, and then Characters. Now specifically we are going to be interested in Viper in this example, but unfortunately we don't know specific sounds we want to extract. We would need to actually go to Viper. I think she's called Pandemic, and if we go through here, this is all her sounds, and it's actually going to be better to just bulk extract all this. So if we just extract here, and we can see, so the ability forecast, I think that's probably ultimate, has 3 sound files attached to it. So it has 3 variations, as you can see, and these are the strings we're interested in. So what you would do here in this case is, if you just right click characters, this folder, and then extract, and what this is going to do again, it's going to go through a similar process like before. It's going to take a good number of those again, and instead of being in sounds, it's going to be in JSONs, shooter game content, WwiseAudio, localized, and then it's going to be, as you can see, we've already extracted one, it's just going to be one in here. There you go. But in the case that you've extracted them for all characters, and say we're doing Brazilian, it's going to be in events, characters, and everything's going to be here. So what you do next is, once you have these raw files sorted, this is step 3, you could say, you are going to want to run my code. Now I've worked on this program a little bit, and it should work. Excuse me. And basically what you're going to want to do is, in the extract config.txt, it will be blank when you receive it, so let's quickly just do that. I'm just going to take you through here. So this is how you will receive it, and what you want to do is provide these 3 directories. So directory to extract, this is where you put your extracted sounds directory. This is where we put our first folder we sorted out. So sounds, shooter game, content, audio, localized, and if we wanted to do Brazilian, media, and this is the folder. Copy that in there. And this is where you want your playable sounds to go. So in my case, I could make them go to my desktop, I could make them go back onto this drive. Just for the sake of quickness, I am going to do that. In fact, I'm just going to delete the old folder I had for it. Excuse me. Oh, just after some lunch. And there we go, that's where the sounds will go. And the JSON sound directory, again, we were just there. Valorant Extract, JSONs, shooter game, content, audio, localized, Brazilian. And we're going to go to events. Media is just for the actual raw sounds, so just ignore that. Go to events, VO, characters. And this is the folder you want. So control that in there. Control C, Control V. So once you have your directory sorted out, save that and run the program, which is not in this folder. So you'll have a folder, this extract RC1 folder, and then just run that executable. Now what it's going to do is, it's going to run through all the files, and it's going to give you some of this in the console. Now file 113771087 is outdated. In fact, if you let this run, it's gonna essentially, I keep repeating these files over and over because these are outdated references to voicelines. As they've updated the game, they've changed some of the names around, and these outdated files are no longer there. If anyone can find these files or know what they're in reference to, please let me know, but I'm pretty sure it's just outdated stuff, they haven't changed. So we're back, and most of the files are extracted. I will note, whilst you're doing this, I would keep your mouse cursor on the window, try and not lose focus of the window, as it's termed in Windows. It'll just make it run a little bit faster. And yeah, as you can see, it's duplicate file names not being found as they're outdated. I actually think it's a specific voice line in general, if you can think about it like that. It's a certain line that was removed from all agents, and now the references are still in the code, but this actual, I think it's a communication, and the communication wheel, it's not there anymore, and they've just removed it from the game because it's not needed anymore, since it's no longer playable, no longer accessible. So there we go. Once it's closed, you'll see you're presented with all these sounds. So in the case you wanted all the voice lines for Turkish, again, I'll run through it one more time. step 1, media, extract all. Once that's finished extracting, check that you've got all the sounds in your Valorant Extract: sounds, shooter game, content, WwiseAudio, Localised, and you'll have a tr-tr folder, media, and you'll have all these sounds. Once that's finished, you go to your events, VO, characters, and then here just hit extract again. Again, a couple of those will occur, and that is step 2. Once this is finished extracting, you've got everything you want, and you want to use the program I've linked in the description called Extract RC1, and go to your extract config and set your directories to what you've just extracted. So directory to extract will be, in this case, will be tr dash, oh god, phone's falling off my keyboard. There you go. Obviously the drive head, the start of the directory will be different for you, depending on where you've set your Valorant Extract folder, where you want to extract them, anywhere really. And then your JSON directory again will be in your Valorant Extract path, which you've set in your general settings here. And again, make sure it's set the characters and media, and again in this walkthrough example, just speaking as a hypothetical of course, tr-tr. So that is all from me. Hopefully that's cleared up. It's definitely a short video since I'm not walking through any more, as I have other things to do. University's quite busy at the moment. I have a number of courseworks, research proposals and exams coming up, so I need to get started in some of that stuff. So it might be a little bit more radio silent in the coming weeks, but again, just fire your questions and comments below and I'll try to get around to them when I can. In this example I am gonna upload the Brazilian sound files, as I know a lot of people were interested in them, and I'll of course attach the accompanying code that I wrote to do this. So I hope you found that, again, a little bit more insightful, a little bit more talked through. Apologies if it didn't help. Again, just send me a message and I'll try to talk you through it a little bit more. I'm going to try to attach written instructions as well. I'll provide those in the description, and yeah, I hope you get what you want out of this. I hope you get the voice lines, and again, they are available online. In fact, let's have a little look. Let's have a quick little look. Valorant not full screen because I have a duplicated monitor. Anyway, so I wonder if they've put up Astra's voice lines yet. Of course. Doesn't look like it. But they have everyone else. I'm not sure if they'll have them in foreign languages here. They might. Of course, foreign from English. A little bit unaware. So they have them in perhaps Spanish? Ah, they don't. That's interesting. Yeah. Well then, I hope that was a little bit more interesting today. Thank you very much for watching. Again, put your comments down below. Cheers.